Good morning, guys, and welcome to your market report for Thursday, August 30th, 2018. Let's get the show started and let's open up the charts right here. And the first thing we're going to take a look at is Deutsche Bank. What the heck? What's this? Harry's. What in the heck did this come up from? What the heck is this? Razor blades? I don't want razor blades. For crying out loud, who put that pop-up ad in? And where did my story go? Deutsche Bank. For crying out loud. I was going to show you something on there, and now they've taken it away. With the Harrys, some Harrys. I don't want any razor blades. For crying out loud. Anyway, okay, here's Deutsche Bank. Look, 9.78. And what I was going to point out to you was how bad they've done since the new Deutsche Bank chief has went in office, you know. I had an article on there about that. It was going to point out how bad they've done. They're doing really bad. And look at their stock. Their stock has been going down, 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 down. It's down 1.92% today alone, you know. And they're just hanging on by the skin of their teeth, Deutsche Bank is. The Qatarians from Qatar have helped out Deutsche Bank tremendously. They've also helped out the Turkish Lira. So what's going on today with the Turkish Lira? Well, let's take a look, because these are two problem spots. They're not talking about these two problem spots anymore out there. The mainstream media and everything, so shush on it. But I've been watching them like a hawk. Deutsche Bank's fallen, and so is the Turkish Lira. Now, the Turkish Lira, you have to understand something. It's falling when it goes up, because it has an inverse relationship. So as the price rises on the Turkish Lira, that means the Turkish Lira is going down the toilet, basically, okay? And so today, we've got a rise of 27 cents on the Turkish Lira. That's a big rise today in one day. That's bad. It's getting up at 67.40. That's 6.7 Turkish liras per dollar. You know, and just a few days ago they had it back down. The Qatarians come in with $12 billion and dumped in on Turkey, coming into the rescue. Somehow I just am suspect that this Qatari fund or Qatarians or whatever is nothing more than the Exchange Stabilization Fund under a different name or a different moniker. That's just what I'm thinking in my head, you know, because I'm suspicious of everybody, and I believe that they're all a bunch of crooks, honest to God, and they're cheating us every which way they can. It's like that old movie. Do you remember that old movie with Clint Eastwood, Any Which Way You Can or whatever? And he had that big monkey, and the monkey called Clyde. It was a great big orangutan, you know, and he always sat it next to him in his truck. So he'd be driving around, and he'd tell Clyde, the big ape, he'd tell him, right turn, Clyde, and Clyde would swing his arm out, you know, and he had a long arm because he's a orangutan. Orangutans naturally have long arms. So he'd swing his arm out to make a right turn. Well, what Clint Eastwood would do is he played the character of what was called Philo Belo in the movie. That was the character he played. He'd tell him, right turn, Clyde, and Clyde would swing that big arm out there, and he would clip whoever was standing next to the truck and clip him in the jaw, you know, knock him out cold. Anyway, it was funny. It was a funny old movie. I don't know. Some of you might have seen it. A lot of people probably haven't, and they don't know what in the hell I'm on about, you know. So anyway, let's take a look at bonds and rates today. Now, I know I'm going a little bit backwards on this, but that's because the action is happening in these markets that I normally review last. So last is first today. We got falling bond yields. Falling bond yields, especially on the long end of the curve. The bond yields are falling, and this is increasing the flattening effect of the bond yield of the yield curve. Because if we take a look at the short end of the curve, most of them on the short end are not moving that much. Take a look at the 3-month. It hasn't moved that much. It's fallen too, but it hasn't fell very much. If we take a look at the long end, though, they're falling the most. The 10-year and the 30-year are falling the most. So they're coming down. The yields are coming down closer to that 3-month yield. I mean, it's flattening. The yield curve is flattening. That's a sure sign of a recession dead ahead. I believe there's a recession coming. I'm going to call it a deflationary spike event because I don't think it's going to last very long. I think that they're going to step in, and it's going to be so severe that they're going to have to step in with monetary policy. Something similar to what happened in 2008, except even worse. I believe that's what's coming in our very near future. And I think these bond yields are actually pointing toward that. I didn't take the flattening yield curve really seriously earlier, but I'm starting to take it more seriously now. Anyway, let's move on to the cryptocurrency markets today, and we're seeing a precipitous fall in the price of cryptocurrency. A market cap's down to 220 billion at 53.5% dominance for Bitcoin, and we're seeing some red numbers all the way across the board on these coins. Let me see. Litecoin is back under 60 bucks again, which is good prices, you know, but we might get a little bit better prices yet because I don't think this bear market's completely over yet. But here's the thing. You're getting more limited opportunities for these buying opportunities, because the longer we extend into this bear market, the more we're getting ready for the upturn back into a bull market again, and you don't want to get caught with your pants down. So now let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil today, $69.76. She's almost to 70 bucks, and like I say, I don't think she's going to go far into the 70s before they drop her back down again. They're price controlling this, I would say, my estimation. Dow Jones Industrial Average, is she open yet? Let's see. No, 5 more minutes before she opens. Now she's 26,124. I expected it to break 26,000. How much further will it be able to go? Tell you the truth, I'm not exactly sure. Will it make it higher than its old peak? I don't think so. I don't think there's enough money to push it up past its old peak. Its old peak is 26,616. And I don't think she's got enough energy to take her up past that. But we'll have to wait and see. Silver price today. Silver is still languishing. And it's really limited how much downside it has. But people are scared to buy it now at this point because they're scared it's going to go lower. And you notice the green line is today, the red line is yesterday, and the blue line is 2 days ago. And you notice that it's substantially lower than it was 2 or 3 days ago. And it's just depressing to watch this market now at this point because it's so controlled. It's so contrived. I'm wondering when the silver manipulation is going to end. It just goes to show you that the bankers have an awful lot more power than we think they have over price controls. Cryptocurrency market today. We had a nice day yesterday with Bitcoin price rising. And right on the end of this chart, I'll show you what's going on. Right here, we have a little dipsy doodle down, this little red right here, this little few red candles down. But it could turn back up again very easily. Or it could go down to make a new bottom. I'm hoping it's going to go down to make a new bottom and present a little buying opportunity to us. I don't plan on buying it at these prices of 6,800 bucks today, but it's like a coin toss as to which way she's going to turn right now, to tell you the truth. Okay, listen, thank you guys for listening to this market report, and we'll catch you very soon We'll catch you on the Friday market report. And bye-bye for now, guys.